Green Man! 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 Holy YouTube video, Green Man!
Greetings, the Grey Man here, the Executioner, and I'm entering another competition. I wanted to have my skull mask. I've had a skull mask I've had for years, and I've worn it at Halloween practically every year when I bother to dress up, and I can't find it. It's really annoying. And here's my Executioner axe, of course. Right now, it's a competition for WI Clawra. I think Clawra as in Clawra, it claws you. And WI I think stands for Wisconsin. It's an American state. A bit like a state, but not the same kind of state that I'm in, but American state. Right, so they want to see your Halloween horror collectibles. Yeah, obviously as a headbanger, I like horror because, you know, I like watching a lot of horror films and that. So let me just show you some of the stuff that I've got. Right, let's show you the Vampirella magnet first of all. Right, Vampirella, I share a birthday with Vampirella actually. Her first comic was Vampirella 1, September 1969. Same time as me, basically. Same month that I was born, Vampirella was born. Right, but the first time I came across Vampirella though, what have I done with them? Oh, I might have to go back to that because I'm not sure where they've gone to. Where have I put them? I don't mind. Let's move on with what I have got. Let's move on with a few comics that are kind of horrified. Right, there's a demon comic there. Right, now this is an old Doctor Strange I've picked out. I never knew that he was once known as the Master of Black Magic. And look, he's got a black face mask. Is that still Stephen Strange? Or was he overtaken by somebody at one point? I've not actually got around to reading that one yet. I will be getting around to that soon. Then we have, right, the Twilight Zone. And let me just, in case you never noticed it, I am wearing a Twilight Zone t-shirt today. This is a t-shirt that I got for my birthday this year. But basically, as well as say I'm a headbanger, I like heavy metal, and I did a 5-month theme show all about the Twilight Zone on my podcast. I do a heavy metal podcast called High Speed Hangover, and I did basically I did quintology for every one of the first 5 seasons of the original series of the Twilight Zone. I did like a theme show, so I found songs with the same name as the episodes, kind of thing, or related to the same thing as the episode was about. And yeah, so I basically did that on my Patreon page. So yeah, I like a bit of Twilight Zone. And this comic happens to be one of my birthday books as well, from September 1969. Right, quite a few of these are my birthday books actually. So September 69, The Witching Hour from DC, The Witching Hour number 4. And then we have a number 1 from Marvel from September 1969, Tower of Shadows. I've shown a few of these before when I've shown off my birthday books, but they also count for, you know, for this Halloween themed thing. Oh, I forgot to put my figurines up. Hold on, let's do that now. Well, we're supposed to be doing, yeah, where's my other one? The other one had a broken arm, so I had to put a bit of super glue on it. So let's put these here. Basically, these are kind of like zombie musicians. I used to be in a band. I used to be in a death metal band actually called Suffering. I was the singer. Yeah, singer and frontman and lyricist. So let's just put these. Let's put these in the position here. I've also got a little. Let's get this place decorated nicely for this Halloween theme. Right, so we've got Mr. Skull and Bones there. If you could possibly stand there and sort of hold the books up, that would be really cool of you. But you've not got your head in the picture though, have you? You sit there. Yeah, if you could just sit there nicely and not fall over, that would be very helpful. And then finally, the most terrifying thing of them all, we have a cuddly Grim Reaper. He needs a scythe. He doesn't have a scythe, but he can stand there on this side, Mr. Cuddly Grim Reaper there. Right, let's get back onto these books that I was showing off. Right, House of Secrets. That skeleton is drunk. He's fallen over. I knew he wouldn't last. Stay, Mr. Skeleton. Right, yeah, House of Secrets. Now that one was one of my birthday books again, and this is a character that I share my birthday with. It's Abel, the brother of Cain, who did the House of Mystery. Abel, the first murder victim, tells stories in the House of Secrets. Then we have Strange Suspense Stories from Charlton. Echoes of the Spirit World, Ghost Manor, another Charlton book. Over to DC we have The Unexpected. Right, this is a couple of books I got lately. Here's a Daredevil where he's fighting a ghost person. I think it's called Death's Head, that ghost person there. So a little bit ghosty. I've got a Ghost Rider, of course. From hell, isn't he? Old Ghost Rider. And then we've got another Daredevil here. A zombie, no, it's not a zombie, a voodoo story. A voodoo, it's all kind of voodoo and horror. I've actually, if you look on my channel, if you're interested, I've actually made a couple of homemade horror movies. They are really, really bad quality, basically. Just a little bit of a laugh when I've had a week off work back in the day. I've made 2 horror movies. One's called Voodoo Fear, and the other one's called Cthulhu Fear, because I'm very much into Cthulhu, the H.P. Lovecraft writer. I do love a bit of H.P. Lovecraft. Where's my other pile of books? You have to bear with me. Oh, I'm looking for the pile of books and I've actually got my camera on them. Well, I'll tell you what I do. I'll show you these books first. Now, the first time I encountered Vampirella, I picked up these 3 books at a jumble sale. They're not even comic books. And I haven't been able to find these mentioned anywhere. They're actually storybooks of Vampirella. Ron Goulart? Soon to be a major film. Did anyone ever see the Vampirella film? Now, these books are from 1975. So she's only been around for like 6 years at the time that these came out. And they're still in pretty good nick, actually. I probably haven't read them since I bought them, but I think I must have paid 10p each at a jumble sale or something. I think I was actually running the jumble sale because I was in the Independent St John's Ambulance unit, and we used to have a jumble sale every year. Oh, I've just realised I've written my name on them in red. Look, you can just see on the top there, my name has been, you can't see it there because I'm not showing you it. You can see my name has been written across the bloody top of it. Oh well, if they were valuable, they're not valuable anymore because some idiot, namely me, has written my name across the top of them. What a prize plum. But yeah, they're pretty cool covers. They're very nice covers. I wonder who did the covers actually. GA looks like. Not in the best knit, a little bit brown in and all that, but they're pretty cool. I wonder if they'll be worth anything to Vampirella collectors, but they're nice. I'll have to give them a read again, actually. Right, here's another book, Clark Ashton Smith. I haven't got any Lovecraft books at the moment. I think I've got them all on my e-reader nowadays. I did have a set of the books, but you can get them online all the time. Another book I want to show off is a friend of mine. She's in a band called Lady Axe, like a Viking folk metal band, and she also writes stories as well. So I bought her books off of her, basically. Natasha Danzig, her name is, The House That Ate Bone. And I haven't actually got around to reading that one yet. I've paid for it. I've had it for a few months. So I'm not reading as much as I used to. But I've got to get around to it's on my to-read list, basically. But yeah, and also there's another little e-book that I picked up from her, and I haven't got around to reading that one yet either. But yeah, I'll put a link to her page if you'd like to help support unknown authors, then I'll put the link there. And if you're interested in checking out her music as well, I'll put the link on the video link down below. So check out Natasha and her band Lady Axe and her horror writing. Let's go through a couple of DVDs and videos now. So we've got the Evil Dead trilogy there. We've got Day of the Dead on old VHS. I bought these when they first came out, obviously. Return of the Living Dead Part 2. Right, this is a kind of a demonic manga. This was quite big back in the late 90s. Yurosako Doji, Legend of the Overfiend. That's quite cool. Another manga we have, Wicked City. You may have seen video clips of this. It's basically like a spider woman who shoots web out of places that you wouldn't expect to see. It's an 18, let's just put it that way. And you'll get an idea of what's going on there. Let's just say it's definitely not cartoons for children. Right, Leatherface, The Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3. This has got a heavy metal soundtrack. There's a band called Lars Rocket. They do a track on that. Also, Death Angel have a track on there as well. This one I'm not even opened up yet, but obviously I've seen it a few times. This is the colorized version of George A. Romero's classic Night of the Living Dead. We have a Japanese one there, The Grudge, before it came over to the UK. The director's cut of Dawn of the Dead. I think Comicgeek McD was showing that one off as well, actually. Not my favourite Dawn of the Dead. I prefer the original Dawn of the Dead. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the original uncut Toby Hooper version. Now, he died, didn't he, last year? But like, on my metal podcast I mentioned before, I've done various themed shows, and I've done like Chainsaw Massacre themed show or Chainsaw themed shows. I've done horror shows. On my show the end of this month, I'll be doing a themed show all about zombies. I think zombies are possibly my favourite monsters from movie land. I got an Nightmare on Elm Street collection again. Did I show that off already on DVD? I can't remember now. So on video, I mean. There's a Norwegian one called Dead Snow. Full uncut version of The Evil Dead. Bruce Campbell, Sam Raimi. Evil Dead 2. Dead by Dawn. Dead by Dawn. Yeah, a lot of these, I say, being a heavy metal fan, you can't, it's hard to, I mean, you can be if you want to be, but you know, heavy metal and horror practically go hand to hand. Hand in hand, fantasy as well. Evil Dead 3, The Army of Darkness, Driller Killer. That's an old video nasty. I've not even opened that one yet. The Devil's Rejects, a more recent one. Then we've got a couple of old ex-rental ones here. Let's do this one first. There's Night of the Living Dead. I already showed you on DVD. I've got it on old VHS as well. I'm not even sure I've got a VHS player anymore. Right, then we got this one. I basically bought this off the Video Shop Man. I think Street Trash. Basically, it's like an alcoholic drink that makes people melt. There's a load of melting tramps in it. It's quite bad. Right, and this next one, Brain Dead. This is the guy who ended up doing the movies about Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. This is Peter Jackson. This is his second movie, I think. Before this, he had Bad Taste. I've got that as well. I was going to get it off the shelf, but I must have forgotten. But yeah, Brain Dead. So with heavy metal and horror going hand in hand, when I used to put gigs on way back at the end of the 90s, I had a weekly night in a local venue, and we called it the Brain Dead Club after this film. Right, now I've got quite a few volumes of The Walking Dead as well. I wish I bought comics now, actually, because I've heard that number one of this is really, really expensive now. But I bought these back when there'd only 2 volumes had actually come out. And I do tend to do that, actually. So a lot of the books that are quite valuable now, if you have the originals, I've only got the books of. But I've been collecting them since they first started going. Like, oh no, maybe not Saga. That's more of a recent pickup for me. But yeah, some of these books, if I bought the number one instead of buying the trade paperbacks, I might have had some good keys. But you know, don't think about these things at the time. It's a good story. I think the comic book does. It's better than the TV show, by the way. I believe so. I think probably most people would agree with that. So I've got rather a few of these. I tend to sort of like lend them to my brother. I think I've got a double now. I think my brother must have given me one of his copies. I seem to have 2 of number. No, I don't. Where is it? I thought I had 2 of this one. Right, let's just go through them and I'll see if there is 2 of any of them. I'm sure I had. Oh, number 16 is missing. I haven't got number 16, but I'm sure I should have had number 16. But I might have bought them out of order. That's the trouble that happens sometimes. So I've got all the way up to number 19 I have there. Right, and I've got a couple of more books to show you. I said it before about I like H.P. Lovecraft. Here's an Alan Moore written book called Neonomicon, or Neonomicon. The old book from H.P. Lovecraft and from the Evil Dead movies is the Necronomicon, the Book of Dead Names, or the Book of the Dead. It's attributed to all kinds of powers, demon summoning, awakening the undead, and all kinds of things attributed to the Necronomicon in the H.P. Lovecraft mythos. And so this is I think this is set in Innsmouth. I can't remember now. Or no, it's probably no. I think it's set in Arkham. Of course, Arkham is one of the made-up fictional towns where a lot of stuff goes on in the Lovecraft universe. And of course, in Batman, the asylum has been named after the Arkham Sanatorium, where most of the protagonists of the antagonists of the stories end up in H.P. Lovecraft stories. And this next one. This is Lovecraftian as well, but it's a superhero thing. It's a town of Megalopolis, it's Gail Simone, and they encounter like a tentacled thing from another dimension, and it basically sanity blasts all of the heroes in town. All of the heroes have their sanity blasted, and they turn totally nihilistic evil, just murdering all the citizens. So leaving Megalopolis is like a tale of ordinary people trying to escape from mind-ravished, violent, evil superheroes. It's a really cool read, actually. It's not a bad read at all. And I'm pretty sure that the digital versions are free. I saw a few free copies of the digital version on, what's the name of that digital comic thing that's online? I can't remember what it's called now. But yeah, if you wherever you go to get your digital comics from, you probably know the company I'm talking about. I'm pretty sure I saw this one going for free, my favourite price. So yeah, get those if you can. Right, just a couple of things to finish up the video here. Just a little bit of heavy metal, really. Bit of death metal. It's the classic death metal cover of Cannibal Corpse eaten back to life. That'll either give you nightmares if you're not into heavy metal, or you'll really like it. This is an old album I really enjoy as well. It's this band called Holosard. They only had the one album really. They brought out another album like posthumously a long time after they had split up, kind of thing. And this is a band I really enjoy. I love their art as well. Hell House. And the lyrics are pretty cool as well. Fire rages, there's rats in the cellar. Green slime oozes from all of the walls. Hell House, welcome to the Hell House. Yeah. And lastly, I'm just going to show you this. This is an underground band. This is guy Gore Shriek. I think that was the name of an old comic as well. I think it might have even been a film, but it's also my mate's death metal band, and I'm going to be showing you some videos soon. He's basically given me his whole comic collection. He sold a few that were, worth some money to get some money out of them, but he just said I could have the rest of his comics, and I've just brought 2 massive bags of comics home with me today. I literally shredded my hands on the handles of these comic book bags. So I've got so many old new comics to show you, or new old comics to show you. I think a lot of them are doubles. I've already probably got a lot of them, so I may have to eBay them, see if I can save up for a nice big boy book. But that's it. That's my Halloween. My Halloween stuff. I think I've shown you a bit of everything. Cheers for watching, and the link below is for the guy whose competition it is. I've forgotten the person's name already. I did mention it at the beginning, but the link is down below. And yeah, I think I've mentioned Comicgeek McD. So let me see. I'll put his link down below. I'll give him a shout out because he does some cool stuff. Let me see if I can find this. Oh, W.I. Clora. Clora as in claw. As in the claws of the werewolf. Right, yeah, cheers, and good luck if you're taking part in this competition. I'm assuming you got up to Halloween to enter. It's 18s and over. You must be a YouTube content creator. You have to make a video open to everyone worldwide. Yeah, so make a video, post it on his timeline, and the link will be down below. Down below, if you look down below, see there? Look underneath that. There it is. That's the link. Go there, enter the competition. Thanks for watching my entry. Ooh, misses.